Thanks for joining us. I'm Tamika Alexander.
And I'm Daniel Sparkman. We start tonight with that possibility of severe weather out there. We've been talking about it all week long, and now it's here.
That's right, and let's get a first check on Alabama's home team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. Hey, Richard, how's it looking out there tonight?
Hey, Tamika, Daniel, I have some better news in terms of severe weather threat. It's looking much lower. Still going to deal with some thunderstorms tonight. Notice a squall line of thunderstorms over East Mississippi. These are not severe. They're below severe limits, but they're loud storms. Going to produce a lot of lightning and thunder as they roll through tonight. But again, no active warnings across East Mississippi, which is a promising sign there. I think the chance of severe weather tonight is pretty small, but I can't rule out a severe storm or two out there tonight. This is what we're expecting, primarily over West Alabama, primarily north of I-20. We're talking maybe a gusty wind gust here or there, maybe an isolated severe thunderstorm. We're talking between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. over West Alabama. Then it's just going to rain for much of the night. In fact, some rain still going to be around through early tomorrow. We'll talk more about your forecast coming up in just a bit.
Thanks, Richard. A former sergeant with the Tuscaloosa Police Department is facing 10 years in prison.
WVUA's Victoria Sheehan has been following this story and joins us now live with more. Victoria, what can you tell us?
Thanks, Tamika. Well, 34-year-old Jason Glenn Thomas pled guilty to civil rights charges today after he allegedly used his authority as an officer of the law to sexually assault a woman. According to court documents, Thomas admitted that while he was on duty shortly after midnight on March 27, 2011, he stopped and detained a female pedestrian without placing her under arrest. Thomas then took the woman in his patrol car to a remote area and sexually assaulted her. Several officials from the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Alabama and FBI special agents in the state have commented on this case. They say it was dishonor to the badge and an abuse of the public's trust. Thomas does face a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison and a fine of $250,000. Now, sentencing for this case is scheduled for July 18th. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Victoria. Tuscaloosa citizens are asking questions, and now they're getting answers.
That's right. City Hall came to Central High School tonight for community conversations. WVUA's Travis Leader joins us live in the newsroom. Travis, what were some of the questions on people's minds?
Well, many of the questions were directed at the city's ongoing recovery efforts 2 years after the April 27 tornado. But with virtually every city department there on hand, citizens were able to talk about a variety of topics.
They can come here and actually ask questions. So if they've heard something that they like, they can find out, is that true? Is if they found something that or heard something that they're not excited about, is that really a problem? And people don't know, but you can actually give your feedback to city officials and they will take into account what they hear here.
Residents are glad to get up close and personal with the people who do all the behind-the-scenes work.
They will be able to even meet our mayor, talk to some of the vendors and persons who are really unnamed that we don't usually see out in the public.
Many of the residents are looking at the latest developments.
The thing I'm most interested in is the information about the proposed city walk. I wanted to see, they have some photographic examples of what it could look like, and I wanted to see that.
But conversations aren't limited to just questions and answers. One person wanted to pass along a good word to certain departments.
We've had the city water department out working in the yard this week, and I wanted to come and tell them, the supervisors, that they were great. They were very polite, nice, efficient, did the work, everything.
And there are plenty of things to do there. Kids were able to take their pictures in a photo booth, and they were able to throw away recyclable bottles through a basketball hoop. And if you wanted to, you could even apply for a job with the city. Live in the newsroom, Travis Leader, WVUA News. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Travis. The FBI hopes the public will help them track down the suspects in Monday's bombing at the Boston Marathon.
Reporter Melissa Rainey has the first look at two men suspected of killing 3 and wounding more than 100 others.
Photos and surveillance video from the Boston Marathon captured 2 suspects the FBI is seeking in connection with Monday's bombings. The FBI is turning to the public for help locating the men.
Somebody out there knows these individuals as friends, neighbors, co-workers, or family members of the suspects. Though it may be difficult, the nation is counting on those with information to come forward and provide it to us.
The 2 suspects are seen walking single file on a sidewalk along the race route. One of them left a bag outside the Forum restaurant just minutes before the explosion.
We consider them to be armed and extremely dangerous. No one should approach them. No one should attempt to apprehend them except law enforcement.
Early Thursday, people from the Boston community and beyond gathered to remember the 3 who died in Monday's attack and those still battling to survive, vowing to stand strong in the midst of so much grief.
Nothing can tear down the resilience in the heart of the city and its people.
The president and first lady brought condolences from the entire country.
Every one of us has been touched by this attack on your beloved city. Every one of us stands with you. Because after all, it's our beloved city too.
Many in the crowd were the first responders who rushed to the scene in the moments following Monday's attack. After the vigil, the president visited a high school to thank first responders and volunteers, and the first lady met with patients and staff at hospitals treating those who are 3 days along the road to recovery. I'm Melissa Rainey reporting.
Anyone with information on the suspects is being asked to call the FBI. That number is 1-800-CALL-FBI or visit bostonmarathontips.fbi.gov. We also have the latest tonight on the deadly Texas plant explosion that we first told you about last night at 10.
The mayor of West Texas tells USA Today 35 people, including 10 first responders, died in the fertilizer plant explosion. Holly Furfer has the latest from Texas.
Aerial pictures over the West Texas fertilizer plant show a scene of total devastation. A playground and an apartment building nearby were also destroyed.
The apartment complex looks like it was a bombing site of an explosion, the kind that you see in Baghdad. It was utterly destroyed.
Wednesday night's massive explosion left more than 160 people injured, devastating the small town of just 2,800 residents.
It picked me up and pushed me back a little, but it seriously felt like an earthquake.
Officials say 50 to 60 homes in a 5-block radius were damaged.
We can't get back there, but it's totally, completely the roof just caved in.
Authorities are still searching for survivors, including first responders.
In the face of the most incredible danger, first responders ran in to try to save the life of someone else.
Texas Governor Rick Perry declared McLennan County a disaster Thursday.
Last night was truly a nightmare scenario. Anyone who grew up in a small town like West, they know that this tragedy has most likely hit every family.
The blast was so big it registered as a 2.1 magnitude seismic event. As authorities investigate what caused the explosion, a community is left to heal.
That was Holly Furfer reporting. Investigators say the area where the explosion happened is still a very volatile situation.
Now an update on the suspicious package sent to Alabama Senator Shelby's office. Shelby's press secretary Jonathan Graffio told WVUA the envelope tested negative for a poisonous substance. The suspicious package was delivered to his front office in Washington Tuesday morning. Officials say Shelby's office was briefly quarantined. Capitol Police removed the item and no one was injured. Also from Washington, an arrest in connection with a suspected ricin letters. A Mississippi man has been arrested but says he is innocent. Paul Kevin Curtis of Corinth is accused of sending those letters to President Obama and a Mississippi senator. Curtis's attorney says his client maintains he is 100% innocent. No word yet on if there will be a hearing to determine if Curtis is mentally competent to stand trial.
On your education watch, Tuscaloosa County Schools search for a new leader. After an extensive interview process, the Tuscaloosa County Board of Education has made a decision. Dr. Elizabeth Swinford will join the Tuscaloosa County Board as the new superintendent. The announcement was made in a call board meeting this morning. Swinford will be moving to Tuscaloosa County from Mississippi, where she currently serves as the superintendent of the Vicksburg Warren School District. Board members say her experience, energy, and track record of turning around struggling school systems are just a few reasons why they chose her. Swinford says she is ready to be in the Tuscaloosa County school system and excited to work with the board.
This board has been proactive in moving this district already forward, as well as making very positive decisions that have really improved where the district has been financially as well as academically. And as such, I think that with my skills and my different way of thinking, I can continue moving those goals forward for this board.
Swinford's official start date with the county school system is set for June 1st, but she says if all goes as planned with her current position, she will begin sooner than that.
And on your entertainment watch tonight, Brad Paisley is headed to T-Town, and you can get your tickets in less than 12 hours. The concert is set for Friday, June 14th. Paisley is bringing his Beat the Summer tour to the Tuscaloosa Amphitheater along with Chris Young and Lee Brice. But tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. They start at $35. For more information about the concert or others that are going on at the amphitheater, just go to our website, WVUATV.com, and click on numbers and links. Welcome back. Former Alabama running back and Heisman winner Mark Ingram is returning to Tuscaloosa.
His plan to give back to the community, and you have a chance to meet him. WVUA's Leslie Agee has more.
Mark Ingram gave the Crimson Tide its first Heisman Trophy, and now he's looking to give even more. Ingram is working with the United Way of West Alabama to bring education and health awareness to youth.
Mark's initiative actually is going to be working in the areas of child physical fitness. He wants to promote wellness.
Ingram's childhood inspired him to help children that struggle in areas that he did.
He had asthma as a child, and so he wants to provide education and information about asthma and diabetes, and he also wants to work with the children of incarcerated parents.
Ingram will meet with fans at Innisfree Irish Pub in Tuscaloosa to kick off his initiative.
We would love for all the folks coming to A-Day and folks in our community too to come out and greet Mark and thank him for what he's doing in our community and show their support.
Family and children of all ages can come out to Innisfree of Tuscaloosa this A-Day weekend for a chance to meet Mark Ingram and support a good cause.
We're all really excited here at Innisfree for Mark Ingram to come. I think it's going to draw a huge crowd, and a lot of people are going to be really excited about it.
Ingram will have exclusive t-shirts and other items to purchase that will go towards the cause. In Tuscaloosa, Leslie Agee, WVUA News.
You can go see Mark Ingram at Innisfree Irish Pub Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. and Saturday from 11 until 1. The calendar may say it's April, but you know, it's starting to feel a lot like football season out there around the university. That's because A-Day is almost here.
That's right. We are less than 48 hours away from all the fun. Thousands of Alabama football fans are making plans to head to the Capstone this weekend to see Coach Saban and their favorite players. Your home team will also be on hand outside the north end zone to meet with you starting at 10 a.m. Plus, WVUA will have special programming between 11 a.m. and noon with the Iron Bowl Hour, followed by a special 8-day edition of Crimson Tide Kickoff starting at noon. 8-day kicks off at 2 p.m. and will be televised on ESPN2. Now here's a look at the schedule of events according to UA Game Day's website. Tomorrow, quad drop-off starts at 6 p.m. On Saturday, fans can start setting up at 8 a.m. At 9 a.m., Aaron's BCS National Championship race car will be at the north end of Bryant-Denny Stadium. There will also be fan experience photos at Gate 3. And at 10, the BBVA Compass Alabama Legends autograph featuring DJ Fluker. Gates at Bryant-Denny open at 11. The quarterback skills challenge competition starts at 11:45. At 12:20 is the Walk of Champions ceremony at Denny Chimes, and it kicks off at 2. So there is a lot going on, and we're hoping that Richard has a nice forecast for us for the weekend.
Good news for the weekend. We are talking some nice weather. Going to feel like football weather over the weekend. Don't want to give it all away, but I do have some better news to talk about here in just a little bit. Do have some strong storms on radar not too far away from us. We'll talk about that as well after the break. Here is today's Weather Almanac. 84 this afternoon, still well above normal. But when will the storms arrive tonight? How about that weekend forecast? Weather is after the break.